Gray woke up at 4:47 a.m. Not because of an alarm, his family couldn't afford one. But because his body had simply stopped bothering to sleep past that hour, years ago. 17 years old. Head of a household of 5. And it was still dark outside. Quick recap of the situation, because it's rough. Father. Once the best carpenter in the village, until a collapsing beam crushed his leg 2 years ago. Can't work. Can barely walk. Mother. Washes and sews for wealthier families from sunrise to well past sunset. Hands permanently cracked from cold water. 2 twin sisters, aged 9. Cheerful, hungry, and trying very hard not to show it. Gray. Does literally everything else. No magic. No monsters. No destiny. Just a boy who fetches water, chops wood, hunts, farms, and repairs a house that's one bad storm away from collapsing, every single day, without complaint. Because complaining doesn't put food on the table. He grabbed the buckets. He walked into the cold. And that's when the notification appeared. System activated. Welcome, Gray. Congratulations on turning 17. Daily quest generated, just another morning. Fetch 3 buckets of water before sunrise. Reward, plus 5 EXP, plus 2 coins. Gray stopped walking. Completely still. Buckets in hand. Staring at a glowing blue window floating in the air in front of his face. What? He poked it. His finger went straight through. Okay. I'm hallucinating from lack of sleep. Great. New problem. He kept walking anyway. Because the water wasn't going to fetch itself, hallucination or not. He completed the quest without even trying. He does this every morning of his life. And the moment the 3rd bucket hit the ground. Quest complete. Plus 5 EXP, plus 2 coins awarded. Level up. You are now level 2. 2 copper coins materialized in his palm out of thin air. Gray stared at them. Then at the sky. Then at the coins again. Okay. That's not nothing. Buy breakfast. Thin porridge, split 5 ways. As always. Gray had already triggered 4 more quests without trying. Quest complete, chop 12 logs of firewood. Reward, plus 8 EXP, plus 3 coins, 1x sturdy axe handle. Quest complete, cook a meal for your family. Reward, plus 5 EXP, family nourished, buff, plus 10% stamina recovery, 6 hours. Achievement unlocked, early riser. You have woken before dawn 6,205 consecutive days in a row. The system is mildly concerned about your sleep schedule. Reward, plus 1 stat point, vitality. Gray stared at that last message for a long time. You've been watching me sleep for that long, and you're only saying something now. The system did not respond. The system, it turned out, was going to be like this a lot. His little sisters, Mira and Ren, noticed something was off immediately. Big brother, you keep stopping and staring at nothing, Mira said, poking his arm. You're doing the weird face again, Ren added helpfully. I promise I'm fine, Gray said. Which was mostly true. If you didn't count the invisible interface only he could see, following him around like an overly enthusiastic ghost. He didn't tell them yet. He didn't tell his parents either. Partly because he wasn't sure he wasn't losing his mind. And partly because Gray had never, even once, gotten his family's hopes up over something he wasn't sure he could deliver. So he decided to test it properly. Quietly. Alone. Before anyone else found out. That decision was about to matter a lot more than he thought. That afternoon. The village blacksmith, Bram, tossed Gray a bent, half-rusted hoe blade. Fix that. Village chief needs it by tomorrow. Pays 2 coppers. Bram was a broad man with a permanent scowl, and, as everyone agreed, the personality of a boiled potato left out in the rain. He did this constantly. Bad jobs. Low pay. No thanks. What nobody in the village knew, including Gray, was that Bram had been quietly testing him for over a year. A boy who never complained about garbage work was worth watching. Gray didn't know any of that. He just took the hoe blade. Because 2 coppers was 2 coppers. The moment he picked up the hammer. New skill unlocked, basic smithing, LV1. You've clearly done this before. The system is impressed. Mildly. Hidden quest discovered, the Grump's approval. Repair the hoe blade to a quality Bram doesn't expect. Reward? Gray blinked. That's not ominous at all. He fixed it anyway. Better than asked. Not because of the system. Because that's just how he works. He straightened the blade. Sharpened the edge. Reinforced the weak point near the base. No prompts. No guidance. Just Gray. When Bram inspected it the next morning, his scowl didn't change. But he flipped Gray an extra copper. No words. Just a muttered, decent. And he walked away. Hidden quest complete, the Grump's approval. Reward, plus 15 EXP, plus 1 coin, bonus. Reputation with Bram the blacksmith, grudging respect. Achievement unlocked, professional dishwasher. Gray froze. Wait, what? I didn't wash any. He stopped. Looked down. He had, in fact, washed the dishes that morning. Out of habit. Without thinking. Reward, plus 1 sponge. A single, glowing, entirely mundane sponge appeared in his hand. Seriously? Somewhere deep inside the system. Something that might generously be called a sense of humor. Was having an excellent day. By nightfall. Gray had leveled up 3 more times. Unlocked inventory, 20 items. Finally. My pockets can stop being useless. And earned 19 copper coins. More than his family had held at one time in over a year. He sat on the broken front step outside their home. Turning the coins in his hand. For the first time in a long time. He let himself think beyond survival. Medicine for his father. Real shoes for his sisters. Maybe, even fixing this step. Before someone got hurt. He almost smiled. Then the system went silent. Too silent. Emergency quest detected. A blight has been spreading through the eastern crop fields for 3 days. Village granaries currently hold enough food for 11 days. Winter is 41 days away. If the blight reaches the main grain stores. Severe starvation risk. Quest, the village cannot starve. Discover the source of the blight before it spreads further. Reward. Warning, failure affects entire village population. Gray's smile disappeared. He had heard the whispers in the market that morning. Something about the Hendersons' eastern field turning black overnight. Something people called bad luck, a little too quickly. He stood up slowly. Copper coin still warm in his palm. And looked toward the dark tree line at the edge of the village. Okay, he said quietly. Guess chores just got a lot more complicated. That's where we'll leave Gray, for now. If you want chapter 2, let me know in the comments, I'll continue if you're enjoying it. And if you don't want to miss it, subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified when the next chapter drops.